How you doing, guys? It's your boy. And, you know the drill. We're back out, getting some more work done tonight. Well, hopefully we are anyway. We actually started off better today than yesterday. So I wonder if that means we'll do better tonight. Guess we'll see what happens, huh? Got all the apps on. We'll see who sent us off first. Hey, Colleen. How you doing? Good to see you, Colleen. I'm just heading over to my zone and seeing how well we can do with work tonight. Hey, Legendary Princess. Good to see you, too. Hope everyone's having a terrific Tuesday today. Let's see. Colleen says, good, thank you. Noise. Very noise. Okay. Oh, we're going to a little bit before I can cross again. Well, almost 5 minutes in. Let's see if we get our first order by then, huh? Guess we'll have to see. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was about 10 minutes yesterday when we got an offer. Or, 10 minutes starting the live stream. So, we shall see. What's everyone been up to today? Anybody have special plans on this terrific Tuesday? I mostly just worked the morning hours, then I went to the gym around noon. Took a couple hours off this afternoon as well. Hey Cobalt, how you doing? Good to see you. Looks like we're almost ready to cross now. Let's go, baby. Let's cross over. Yeah, you know, it's the rush hour. Everyone's rushing to get back home, huh? All right. Hold up. Wait. Hey, Justin. How you doing? Good to see you. Hope you get blessed with high pay orders. Yeah, that would be heckin' dope for sure. We'll see how that turns out tonight. And I actually found out a really cool way to figure out if you're going to get a tip on Earn by Time DoorDash. So when you take an order under Earn by Time, right, you accept it. It doesn't tell you up front how much it's going to pay. They just give you a time estimate, a distance estimate, and they tell you what the active hourly rate in your market is. So in my market, for example, it says 13 an hour, 13 per active hour. So that's the time that you actively spend performing a delivery. You go to the merchant, you wait at the merchant, if you wait at the merchant, pick up the order, drop it off to the customer, and then hit complete delivery. That whole time span, you get paid by the active hour by DoorDash. And Uber Eats in some markets too. They have that called select, they call it flat rate in some markets. So if you hit, there's a little button on the screen. Let me show you. It's this button right here. If you press this while you're actively performing an Earn by Time delivery, it'll tell you how much you're going to make from the tip. They'll say order payout amount. That's the customer tip. Now, I'm going to make a video that'll show it in detail in real time. Debating if I want to make it a members only video or not, but that'll also physically show you guys what I'm talking about. I can contest DoorDash Pro Shop orders are worth it. Everyone they send me is $20. They not even close. I wish I could say the same, Justin. I do see the $20+ shopping orders more often with Pro Shopper, but not enough. They kept sending me a bunch of $4.50, $5 shopping orders for like 10, 15 items going like 3-4 miles each. I mean, you can watch my whole catalog of live streams. It's all there, right? All that evidence is there about what I'm talking about. And don't get me wrong, it was nice getting like a $20, $30 shopping order sometimes, but I just didn't feel like it was really worth it. I had to take a bunch of mediocrity just to get them. Don't get me wrong, it's not like I don't already do that with Platinum, regardless of earning mode. It's just that I just don't have to carry as much with Earn by Time. And Earn by Time is arguably more frequent compared to Earn by Offer, sometimes anyway. So, no, it's not going to last long. So, yeah, don't give your hopes up. You're getting a placebo effect right now. They're not going to keep doing that for you. And keep in mind, those orders that I was doing, that I was showing you guys when I was doing the Pro Shopper, that was with a bonus. Because they have a Pro Shopper bonus till June 30th. That was with the bonus, getting those orders. And that's not really saying much. A lot of those orders, you know, are on the lower end of Earn by Time. My order average my order average with Earn by Time is higher. Even though I don't really get the $20 to $30 ones. You don't rely on DoorDash, but it has helped me. I wish I could say the same about that too, man. DoorDash is the only good app in my area. Because for anyone that's been following along, I can't use Instacart, I can't use Spark, because I was deactivated on both. So those options are out. And the other apps are extremely unreliable. That just leaves DoorDash. And that's not saying much right now. It's been really slow. Gotta work. We gotta use what works in your market. Yeah, that's pretty much just DoorDash, and then sometimes the other apps come in clutch. Hey Clayton, how you doing? You and your neighbor are door dashing? Yeah, right on. Hey Detroit, how you doing? Let's see, you got rain over by you? Luckily no rain by me yet. No rain yet. Let's move around a little more. Just got to keep reminding DoorDash I'm out here. Oops. There we go. Okay. No rain, just 100+ heat wave. Yeah, it got a little hotter today compared to the past couple days. It got up to 91 earlier. Well, that's actually on the lower end compared to some other places. People are telling me like 95 with a 100+ heat index and 100 degrees with an even higher index. Like, holy cow, dude. That's crazy. Yeah, I gotta say this summer's been pretty disappointing so far. I know it catches up in July. Well, hopefully it does. It did last year. I did pretty well last July. We'll see how that goes. Excuse me. It's 105 to 110 heat index all week in West Virginia. Wow. That's crazy, dude. Bravo Taco picking up $9 order for 4 miles. Hey, that's pretty good, Clayton. That is pretty good. All right, well, we got a Grubhub order. They say it's $7.21 for 4.5 miles. I could probably lower the commute, maybe a little bit. We'll see. But I am going to take it because nothing else is happening. So I'm going to take it, even though it's not great. I'm going to pause DoorDash and we'll go to Burger King for that Grubhub order. Hey Kayla, how you doing? And Halibima, good to see you too. Welcome everyone. Appreciate you guys popping in and double tapping that screen. You guys are heckin' dope. Okay. Let's go get this Burger King order. Yeah, once again, you know, even though DoorDash is the only reliable app, I'm still glad that I multi-app nonetheless. So Uber Eats sent me a halfway decent order this morning, and this order, for what it's worth, isn't that bad. In fact, if I take the route that I'm thinking about, I could probably cut it down closer to 3.5 miles instead of 4.5. And if I do that, it makes it, you know, puts it around $2 a mile. Still, it's not that bad. It's like $1.60 something a mile. Yesterday we had an order $12.50 for 3 miles. Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty solid. Okay, we're at Burger King now. The order's probably not ready, but I'm still gonna run in there real quick and see if it's ready. Appreciate you guys popping in, hanging out with me tonight. I'll be right out. Okay, got the order. The bird lurking on by. Let's see, Ulf says gonna sleep soon. I got you. Appreciate you popping in, Ulf. Alright, let's see how many miles this order's gonna wind up being. I know it says 4.5 on the Grubhub Metro, but I might be able to make it less. Heck, I'll be curious to see what the GPS says. Because I got the navigation set to me being on a bike. Okay, it's over by Olmsted. I know where that's at. Actually, come to think about it, I know who this is going to. 3.9. Okay, so the GPS says 3.9, so that would basically make this order about 4 miles instead of 4.5. I might be able to make that less. Didn't know the exact name of it. Oh, it's probably one of those egrets then. They're native to here. Never tried training shoulders and arms after a chest and shoulder day. Yeah, honestly, I haven't done that either. Now, personally, I would not be able to do triceps the day after a session like that. I wouldn't personally be able to do that. Biceps, probably. You at Burger King? Yeah, I was at Burger King. In fact, the drop-off area is right next to the McDonald's, right? It's right over by the McDonald's off US 1. So that's pretty cool. Hey, what's up, Dean? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Tapping into the hustle, you know it. We're on order number 5 for the day. This will put us a little below 39 for the day, because we made a little over 31 bucks this morning, which is actually an improvement above yesterday. Or yesterday, we only made a little over $12. So, pretty big difference. Hey, what's up, Caleb? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. My gym session also felt better today, too. I felt stronger. Probably because I slept a little better. My mood was also better, too. Because even though I didn't crush it this morning, it was still good that I did make more money for roughly the same amount of time, you know. It did feel good to make more money today than yesterday, before the gym. And then the gym session went better today than yesterday. Hey, Chip, how you doing? We're on our first order for the evening, Chip. It's a Grubhub from Burger King, paying $7.21 for 4.5 miles. But based on the GPS, it's going to be about 4 miles instead of 4.5. So that'll make it over $1.80 a mile. And there is the off chance I could cut it down even more, possibly. Because what they want me to do is they want me to head all the way east to US 1 and then go north. But what I'm thinking is that I could pivot north while continuing to head east. That's how I usually do it. So if I have to head all the way east opposite side of town from where I'm at. What I'll do is I'll follow Shaney Highway to Hood Avenue, which is it's a little over halfway towards the tail end of town, right, the east tail end of town. And by going down Hood Avenue, that takes me to Cleveland Street. So it's like a few hundred feet north, right? It's a few hundred feet north while still going east. And then I could follow Coquina Avenue, which just takes me directly north up to Knox McCrae. And that takes me slightly more northeast towards this area. So it gets me off the main road and it takes me slightly more northeast because we got to go northeast anyway. So that's how I see it. Those little bits make all the difference. When I do chest and back day, I do one chest press, one fly, so it wouldn't hit the tricep so much. Yeah, that's true. In fact, actually, the only reason why I'm even able to do a tricep accessory after bench press is because I do the pec deck afterwards, as opposed to doing like another chest pressing in the same day. Now, I do an overhead press after bench press, but it's mainly because structurally it was the only area that made sense on this past mesocycle that I did. And I say past mesocycle because tomorrow is my last day of the mesocycle. Then I'm going to start a new one. And this new one is going to be, it's going to look different, but not necessarily in a bad way, because I've got a more specific goal in mind with it. I'll talk to you guys more about it in the future. I'm not 100% sure of my live stream schedule right now, though, because as we're becoming monetized, I want to start leaning back towards pre-recorded content again. I really like making that kind of stuff, and that stuff's going to be better for the channel in the long run. The algorithm for videos is much more tailor-made.
What the heck was that?
The video algorithm is more tailored and polished compared to the live stream algorithm. And I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of stuck with my overall reach with live streams. So I'm not saying I'm going to stop live streams, so please don't take it that way either. But I'll talk to you guys more about that over the coming days. Let's see, Chip says, my favorite is the lat pull down, how it works all the... Yeah, I like the lat pull down. It's a nice exercise. My favorite thing about lat pull downs is that stretch at the top. You know, like when your arms are fully extended. I really like that stretch. It feels really nice. That's a short one. Well, it was about 3.5 weeks. That's within the 2 to 8 week threshold. I just needed something for a few weeks to really get me back in the swing of things. And I feel ready. So, and keep in mind, right, it's not like I stopped exercising even when I didn't go to the gym. Right, I was opportunistically exercising when I wasn't going to the gym. The only difference is I'm like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna rework more of my schedule around that because I don't have to DoorDash 24 hours a fucking day. You know what I mean? I don't have to DoorDash 24 goddamn hours a day. I prefer I didn't anyway. My face slimmer? I mean, you know what it could be? I took off about half an inch off my beard around the neck. I took about half an inch of my beard off. So it still has a nice full look. Plus, I also shaved my head. That probably accentuates the effect. Right, when you shave your head and you take a little off the beard, it makes your head look smaller compared to the rest of your body, which is actually a good thing in bodybuilding terms. Right, if your head looks small compared to your physique, then it makes you look bigger. It's kind of an illusion. I'm not saying that's the outright reason why I did it. Right, more of my grays started showing on my head. This camera's not high enough quality for you guys to see that, but I see it every time I wake up in the mirror. Those grays are reminding me that I'm not getting younger. Plus, I'm Irish, right? I'm gonna be gray faster than probably all of you. So I buzzed it off and took a little bit off the chin. So instead of looking like a 69-year-old man, now I look closer to 30 years old. Which is saying something, because, you know, I am 69 years old, in case you guys didn't know. Hey, Script Bot, how you doing? No way, man. Never seen a gray on you. Well, that makes me feel good in that sense. But yeah, you'd be surprised how many grays I have already. It's the Irish, man. You know, if you're Irish, you're going to go gray quicker than other people. But then again, I got all my Sasquatch hair before everyone else did. Right? I had a full mustache when I was 11. I even had chin hairs before I was 12. And I had a full goatee in freshman school. It took a little while for the beard to fully connect. You know, the mustache to the beard. It took a little while for that to fully connect, but I had most of it before I even went to college. And then I had the full beard in college. You know, like this part connected. And then other areas with hair. Yeah. All right, what are we doing? You going anywhere? All right. Make sure you pull over to the side if you're going to use your phone. Or put your hazards on. I didn't mind the fact she was stopping like that, but, you know, if you're going to be on your phone, put your hazards on or pull over. But, I don't know. I digress. You look good. Keep up the effort. Thanks. %70 Irish, approximately 30% Polish. Huh. Interesting. Dumping some stuff to throw out. Had 3 guys approach me, started yelling me to not dump it in public. It's a public dumpster. Why are people giving you a hard time about a public dumpster? That's so stupid. It's like, where else do they want the trash to go, right? Maybe just throw it at their house. Be like, hey, you told me to throw my stuff away. Literally throw it away, right? You didn't tell me where to throw it away. Friend literally crashed out on them. Yeah, that's so stupid. I don't know. Let's see. Dean says on a DoorDash, it's $18.75. 10 miles, 2 pickup, 1 drop off. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's not too shabby. That's $1 a mile. It's almost 20 bucks. Yeah, people do be cray-cray. They really do. But, you know, what else is new? Hey, what's up, folks? Did I really reach 1,000? I think I did. I think I did. So keep in mind, right? I hit 1,000 last night, and then it went back down to 999, and then it went back up to 1,003. So I probably did hit 1,000. Let me see what it says right now. I probably did. Let's see. Dean says you just dropped a Grubhub, $19, 5 miles. Wow, that's pretty good, man. Yeah, let's see what YouTube Studio says. They say I got 1,002. So, okay. If I had to guess, we probably did hit the 1,000. Right? Because keep in mind that YouTube's been taking subs away. So, when I hit 1,000, it was technically 1,001. Then they took 2 subs, so it went down to 999. Then it was up to 1,003. Now it's at 1,002. So I probably did hit 1,000. I mean, that's pretty awesome, man. You know, it looks like we pretty firmly hit 1,000 now. I mean, I'm still processing that, right? I'm still processing that. And the fact that we're also going to hit 4K watch hours soon. And then have a fully monetized YouTube channel. It's like, oh my God, dude. It's crazy. You know, I feel like I can finally close a very long chapter in my life now. I know it doesn't seem like it's been long, but that's only because we're talking about this channel. Getting monetized on YouTube is years in the making, dude. This has been years in the making. And now I feel like I can finally start closing this chapter and open up a new one, you know? It's, I still got to sit down and really think about everything with that, you know? But honestly, it's still really exciting nonetheless. Scriptbot says, woohoo. Heck yeah, man. Wolf says, good night. Take care, Wolf. I know it's pretty late over by you. Get some sleep, buddy. And I see Slade's in here. You know, that's the name of that Teen Titans villain. Slade. It's a cool name. Heavy Rose. Yeah, I like Heavy Rose, man. They're good. Honestly, chest supported seated row is that's arguably my favorite. But honestly, I don't think I've done a row that I didn't like, to be honest. Like any kind of row or pull, I don't think I've done one that I didn't like to some extent. I don't know, it's like, it just feels different. When you're training your back, it feels different, but a good kind of different. Okay. So we made it to the apartment complex. It's literally right next to McDonald's. And how many miles? Wow, okay. So it originally said 4.5 miles. We cut it down to 3.9. That's pretty good. So we went from 4.5, so 721 for 4.5 miles. We cut it down from that to 721 for 3.9 miles. That's it. It's pretty solid. I mean, it's not $2 a mile, but it's a heck of a lot better than it was. It's almost $2 a mile. Yeah, that whole public dumpster thing's really stupid. It's like people that work at a police station making a big fret about filming in the office. It's a public building, for God's sakes, dude. No, it's not. It's a government building. It's so dumb. But I digress. They charged you over $50 to dump our truck bed once. Oof. How do you do leg day after riding the bike around? Does that change the leg workouts? It does. It does, but it's not as drastic as you think. Because I was squatting 4 plates, ass to grass. I even showed a clip not too long ago of me doing it, and that was when I was still doing the whole riding around everywhere thing. The my main thing is that my knees got really weak when I had that injury in December when I fell off my bike. I fell 15 feet, at least 15 feet in front of my bike, which thankfully I mostly recovered after only a couple weeks. Like, I was able to walk unassisted without a cane after a couple weeks, miraculously. But my knees got really weak around that time. Calves. Well, you might have seen my calves before. I got some pretty decent calves. I still train them in the gym, too. But you got to stretch your calves, man. You really got to stretch your calves. If you're going to be bike riding everywhere and training calves in the gym, they need some heckin' stretching. Hey, what's up, Casey? Good to see you, buddy. Tank bro, I'd be dead. Hey, I got good genes, you know. That certainly helps. I got good genes. All right, 190 East Olmsted. Okay. Yeah, I was a little confused by this. Okay, I think I found it. So it's actually going to be over here. Okay, it should be this one. Ah! Oh, wait. Hey, how's it going? Okay. I got a Grubhub for Vanita. Yeah. Okay. Want me to leave it here?
Hey! God damn it! God damn it! God damn it!
I'll just put it out of the
Okay. Okay.
Oh, that was a little awkward. Yeah, he was in one of those fully automated wheelchairs. Didn't seem like he was fully with it, so I wasn't really sure what to say or do in the moment. But let me just let the customer know I do it. I delivered your order, period. Have a nice day, and see you next time. Okay. So, there's that. Alright, we dropped off that Grubhub. And just in time to keep our dash. That's heckin' dope. And we're right over by McDonald's. So, it's right here. Wonder if they'll send us an order over here. Appreciate everyone for liking the video and hanging out with me today. You guys are heckin' dope. Ooh, that smells weird. Smells like a dead body. Or like a roadkill or something. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there is a roadkill right there. I knew I smelled something dead. Right there. That's a bird carcass. Man, I gotta say, that smells foul. Like, the fact I could smell it across the street like that, that's crazy. Jeez Louise, baby, please. How's your day going, Casey? It's good seeing you here, buddy. We got a leg day tomorrow. All right, you're not gonna cut me off, are you? Thanks. Because I mean, you'd have to have no class to cut a cyclist off. I wasn't sure what that guy was doing back there. Makes me sad to see roadkill. Yeah, you know, at the end of the day, it was an animal just trying to survive. And they had to, I guess they had to succumb to a fate like that. I don't know. All right. So now I got to figure out what's going to be the right call from this point on. I could head over to Titus Landing, which is about a mile from here, or I could head west, which is about the same commute or same distance that it took for me to get here. I think the Titus Landing sounds more reasonable. Where am I at? Oh, I'm heading towards Titus Landing. I'm only about a mile south from there. I figured it's a shorter distance. Besides, they could send me a McDonald's order, since McDonald's, I only just passed it not too long ago. You are too? I got you. Yeah, shame about that Bagel 13. They closed it down. I guess they failed one of their inspections. They had a note on their door a little while ago. There used to be another Bagel 13 here too. I don't think it's here anymore. It used to be like along Market Street. They got one in Port St. John still, but I ain't going down there. Screw that. I don't know. Port St. John is bad juju, man. That's some bad juju. Every time I go down that way. Did you receive any dollar hood orders? With Earn by Time, I don't. So Earn by Time, I don't get shopping orders. I don't even know if I get alcohol delivery. Ow! I don't even think I get alcohol delivery. I've never seen one. It's pretty much just food delivery for Earn by Time. But the orders pay better. So, yeah. And I don't know, man, like, I just didn't like how with Earn by Offer, with the shopping orders, they would drag me across town to do something in Min's when there's got to be drivers over there. Why would they drag me up there? You know, it's so stupid. At least with Earn by Time, I can see why they move me around the way that they do. It makes sense. The way they move me around makes sense with Earn by Time. Like, they don't just drag me across the town for no reason. You know, like, I can generally, I tend to have a pretty good idea roughly where the next order is going to come from. Maybe not the exact merchant, but like roughly the area. and then see where it takes me, and then why it would take me where it takes me. It usually makes even more sense during like the holiday season or before Easter. You know, like that time of year, like holidays to leading up to Easter. Because I usually do better around that time of year. Well, with the exception of January. With the exception of January. January, I don't know, man. January is like the worst of both weathers rolled into one. Like somehow it's rainy in January. Make heads or tails of that. But then it gets cold at the same time. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You know? That makes no sense. Why does it do that? And it happens every January. And the double whammy is that was around the time when the G-Force bike stopped working. And then that manufacturer screwed me over. So, not only did I have that crappy weather, but I also got hit by that in the same month. It's rough. I just hope I don't experience anything near to that extent. I really hope not. I don't think I will, but I don't know. Life always has a way of throwing curveballs at you. Yeah, I'm going to call it Banuary, because that kind of January needs to be banned. Banuary. It's tier 0 broken. You know, that's unhealthy for the metagame of life. You know, in the metagame of life, there's supposed to be some kind of checks and balances to the top contenders and strategies of that given time period. And January 2025 in my area was tier 0 broken. I was just barely clinging on, man. I had to put myself in the red for a mountain bike just to keep going around, and have to use the mountain bike to keep going around, and then have to deal with the poopy-doopy weather, and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Bring down the ban hammer. Banuary. And of course, March was the second time when I had extended e-bike malfunctions and had to once again resort to the bike. But that month wound up being more positive, mainly because I got this bike, the DJ, and honestly, the DJ's been running great. I've actually been liking it even more than Juliet, shockingly. Big heads or tails of that. Slower bike that I can't carry as much stuff with, and yet I somehow like that bike more. Let's see, Crystal. Yeah, I just passed Crystal. I'm right in Titus Landing. So, Royal Sushi, you can probably see the sign right over there. So, it's the area that we're at right now. We're just gonna see if we get an order, right? Little Caesars, Pizza Hut, Ice House, Crystal, Pizza at Titus Landing, Royal Sushi, Firehouse Subs, Van Pocken Cafe, Taco Bell up the road. We have options. Obsessed over words and language. Sorry, guys. Oh, you're good. That's heckin' dope. Just making sure I got a block schedule with Grubhub right now. All right, 5 to 7 or 5:30 to 7. So okay. So we do have that. I already said where I'm at, Clayton. I'm in Titus Landing. What is plural for January? That's a good question. What is plural for January? Okay, it says Januaries. What do you mean, please don't be rude? I was just answering your question. But yeah, as far as January, it's Januaries, Januaries as the first one. The other one is Januarys. So no apostrophe or anything. Let me spell it in the chat. So there's one. And here's the other one. So there you go. Oh, let's go, Nina. Oh, wow. That's, oh, shoot. What did I do? Oh, I think I just removed a comment. Oops. I messed up. I think I removed a comment just now. My bad. It might have been one of my own. I don't remember. But yeah, let's go, Nina. That's heckin' dope, man. I really appreciate that, Nina. That's awesome. Clayton, please don't say the same thing over and over again. I don't mind you guys being here, man. Yeah, I know, Anthony. It was an accident. Sorry about that. I was trying to press something and I hit delete by accident. I don't know how to add it back though. But hey, that's awesome. I really appreciate that, Nina. You are heckin' dope. How's your day going, Nina? You having a good day today? Anthony said just pop in and say hello. Yeah, good to see you, Anthony. Hope you're having a good day today. Just waiting to see who decides to send us an offer. It's going all right. How are you, Mike? Yeah, I'm doing all right. I did better this morning compared to yesterday morning. Yesterday morning, I only made $12.30 in 2 hours. That was rough. And then I just wasn't feeling as good, so I didn't feel as strong at the gym yesterday. I also didn't exactly sleep great. I wasn't in the best mood either. But this morning was definitely better. So I worked for 2.5 hours, made $31 and change, which is not great, but it's better, right? It's better. And then my session at the gym today was a lot better too. And I did overall sleep better too. So overall, so far, so good. So far, so good. What are you saying, Clayton? Clayton, look. I'm at Titus Landing. So, Clayton, all right, I don't mind you being here, man, but, don't start talking like that, all right? I don't appreciate that. I'm at Titus Landing. I just showed you it's Titus Landing. Do you want me to walk around more? Hold on, let me go to the sign. There's a sign right behind me. Let me show you the sign. It's right here. Look. Right there. What does that say? Right there. What does that say? Titus Landing. It's right there. I hope you guys are reading this too, right? It says it right there. Titus Landing. It's right there. My phone was lagging. It showed because I was there earlier. Really, dude? Shit. What do we got here? We got Jamrelia. Come back tomorrow, Clayton. I don't mind you being here, bud, but don't talk to me like that moving forward. You can comment tomorrow evening. No, nothing pisses me off more than someone accusing me of lying. I don't care what the accusation's about. I don't like people coming in here accusing me of lying about stuff. Quickest way to sour the mood is to start accusing me of lying about stuff. DeVita was once headquartered in Denver, Colorado. Not sure if they still are. I'm not sure either. Yeah, it is very hot out. But yeah, Hamrila. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I apologize, but Jamral. However you pronounce that name. Hello, good to see you. Jason says, how's the dashing going? It's pretty slow tonight. We did one order. I'm trying to get another one. Trying to get another one going. See what happens. Jamarilla. If I'm saying it right now, Jamarilla, just let me know. Okay, Jamarilla. Got it. I gotta remember that, Jamarilla. But glad I'm pronouncing it right this time. appreciate everyone popping in tonight. You guys are heckin' dope. Well, so just moving around right now. Just got to keep reminding DoorDash I'm out here. Oh man, I know someone's placing a DoorDash order out there. Someone's placing a DoorDash order. I would hope so anyway. So how's everyone's day been? My overall day's been good. Overall. Anthony says, cheers, Mike. Gonna make a little lunch. All right, take care, Anthony. Appreciate you popping in, hanging out for a little bit. You are heckin' dope. Let's see. Hannah's in the chat. Or is it Hannah or Hannah? I think it's Hannah, right? But, welcome. I don't remember if I've seen you around or not. But if it's your first time, welcome to the channel. Maybe I've seen you around. I don't remember. First way. First way? New here. Oh, okay. Well, welcome. My name is Mike. I dash on a bike. So, what brings you here, Hannah? How'd you find us? Did I just show up in your feed? A lot of the time I do DoorDash on a bike, but I do more. You know, I take a short payout named Lucy out for walks in the evening, sometimes the afternoon. And I go to the gym. Sometimes I just ride around on the bike, kind of like what I'm doing right now while I'm waiting for a DoorDash order, you know. So Mike was confused and looking around a lot. Oh, thank God. Here we go. We finally got another order, guys. All right, so I'm going to set this order, and I'm going to show you guys something about it, too, right? I learned this recently. I'm going to show you guys this. I'll also make it into a video of its own. But we did get a 2.5 mile Chipotle order with DoorDash. We're doing earn by time, so we don't know exactly how much we're going to make, right? No, sir. My neighbor Clayton told me to look you up. You're dashing, so I popped in to see what's up. Yeah, your neighbor Clayton was acting very naughty earlier, so I timed him out for the rest of the night. He started making a big fuss about lying about my location when I didn't, right? Which was stupid. I don't know why that was. Whatever. But he's allowed back here just tomorrow. So he's not banned, right? If you're watching Clayton, you're not banned, but you know, just laying some ground rules here, right? Respect the host, and no accusations like that here. Most importantly, respect the host. All right, so I'm going to show you guys this real quick, right? Apologize for him. You're good, Hannah. So let me show you this order, right? So you're on the order screen while doing an earn by time. If you want to know if you're going to get a tip for this order or not, here's what you do. You got to press this button up here. It's on the top right-hand corner. Looks like that. It's going to show you the offer amount. So look at that. So this offer, it says $4.98. That's the customer tip. Right there. That's the customer tip. So you know how earn by time doesn't tell you how much you're going to make overall, right? This is how you know if you get a tip. So I've done this with several orders now. Several orders, I would check the offer screen. It would say X amount of dollars or it would say zero. And then when I check the pay stub after delivering the order, it'll say that exact amount for the tip. So if you guys are doing earn by time and you want to know if you get tipped by the customer, this is how you find out. So the fact that we're going to get $4.98 customer tip is a good sign. That means this order is going to pay pretty good. But I thought that was very enlightening. I honestly had no idea that was even a thing. And like I said, I'm going to make another video, right? I'm going to make another video. Well, not another video. I'm going to make an actual video showing the same thing. And I'm going to put it on my shorts tab so you guys can find it more easily. I think this will be helpful, right? This will be helpful for anyone that has either done EBT and they're uncertain about whether or not they're going to get a tip for an order, or anyone that might have been looking at EBT but haven't done it yet, or maybe if they're just like curious and maybe now they decide or they don't decide. But that's how you know if you're going to get a tip from an order using EBT with DoorDash. So, hope you guys found that helpful, and if you did, just hit that like button. Alright, I'll be right out. I'm going to see if this order's ready. got our order. Now we get out here. That's okay, Clayton. Don't worry about it. You're good. Now let's see. Sue's here. Hey, Sue. How you doing? Good to see you. We got our next DoorDash order for the night. It was at Chipotle. So it's going about 2.5 miles. Not too bad. We're gonna go drop it off. Just put these down here. Make that a little easier. Cool beans. All right. Well, let's get going. All right. Turn you guys around. Let's get going. On my way with your order. All right, where exactly is it going? It's all the way over there, huh? Oh, okay. So actually, it's not 2.5 miles. It's about 3 miles. I mean, it's not the worst. I've done worse before. But yeah, you know it's a slow night when they're going to be sending you out northwest from here. But the main problem with northwest from here, there's really no merchants that way. But since we did check under that one tab on the DoorDash app, at least we know that the customer is tipping us. And yeah, it's almost a $5 tip. So basically, we make that plus whatever base pay that we wind up getting from this order. Because as you guys know, DoorDash adjusts the base pay by time, with earned by time. So it matches the hourly rate that they offer. And since the active hourly rate is 13 in my area, then that's how they base the time, or that's how they base the amount. So if it takes you a third of that time, then you got to pay a third of that. So, 13, what's a third of 13? 4.33 repeating. So, there's that. All right, let's go. Ow. Okay. Looks like Cole's got the dookie fart emoji, or AKA burrito. Do I give you dookie farts? Much appreciated for the assistance. Let's see. Jamarila says, drive safe. Will do. I'll do my best. Let's get this order rolling. Heck yeah, man. Let's do it. Yeah, I want to figure out how to title that short. As far as the insight knowledge on how to know if you get tipped with earned by time. I'll figure out how to word it. Because I want to send it out, make sure a lot of people know it. For anyone that's doing earned by time, or maybe they were on the fence about it. Like, it isn't necessarily full transparency of pay. It's not like a full-on transparency where you know exactly the overall total. But you theorize that if it takes you roughly the time that they say it should take you to get the order done, then that gives you an idea how much base pay you're going to get. But it's transparency in the sense that you know whether or not you're going to get tipped and how much, you know? So when it said the $4.98, that's going to be the customer tip. And if I could get a quick screenshot when I drop this off, I'll show you guys too. It's going to be the same number. And if it's the same number, all right, are you looking? What are you doing? All right, thanks. I guess. I don't know what that van back there was doing. They looked like they were creeping up. It's like, come on, man. You got to look both ways before you do that stuff. All right, just make sure we don't get ran over out here. You never know. You never know. Oh, we got a Grubhub. Is that any good? It's not terrible. It's $5.28 for 3.5 miles, but I gotta go back east and head northwest to do it. And that's not quite where I'm heading. So I gotta decline that. And Grubhub sent me another order when I was in there. It was like $8.30 something cents for 5 miles. But I couldn't take it because it was taking me southwest. Like, if I ever dirty stack or money stack or whatever you want to call the phrase now, I don't know. It has to make sense. You know, the route has to make sense. Like, if I dirty stack one app that's going the opposite side of town from the other, that's not right of me to do that. That means at least one of the customers is going to be late, and at least one of the customers' food is going to be cold. And it's most likely going to be the second one. You know, that wouldn't be fair for me to do, because that's not what the customer pays for, right? The customer's not paying for you to deliver a milkshake when they ordered ice cream. You know, they're not paying for soggy shredded potatoes when they ordered hot French fries. If I did something like that and it was completely avoidable, like taking a dirty stack going opposite sides, that wouldn't be right. Where am I right now? I'm heading towards the northwest part of South Street. I'm on Harrison right now, because Harrison it's going to take me up to Fox Lake, and then I got to make a right on South Street. Okay, they sent me another order. This one's a little better. It's $10.28 for 5.4 miles, but again, the same thing. I got to go back east to get the orders, and then I got to go west, and then I got to go north. So I can't do that. Time to unwrap my puns. Jokes. All right, go ahead, Cole. What do you got for us? You got a Cole? Or you got a joke for us, Cole? Think we're just over there? Oh, okay. Cool. Right on. Yeah, I bet Cole's ready to tell us a joke. Let's see how good he's got. Let's see, $8.13 for 3.8 miles. Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty nice. Yeah, it's been pretty slow for me so far, but you know, we'll see how much longer I want to stay out for. I'd like to at least try to get maybe one more order. So if I get one more order, I can match or maybe slightly surpass yesterday, which isn't saying much, but it's better than nothing. Okay. It was slow earlier for a little bit, started to pick up. Yeah. Oh, hope that's the case for me too. Hopefully it really picks up by the weekend as well. We'll see. Okay, let's see if they're going to keep taking up the whole lane or if they're going to... Yeah, I don't know, man. I think I prefer this bike above Juliet, to be honest. You know what it is? It's like I'm getting around as fast as I need to go, but it's more relaxing, I guess. I don't feel like I stress out as much on this bike a lot of the time. You're dropping off the order right now? All right, drive safe, Clayton. Or ride safe, Clayton. That's what I meant. Ride safe, drive safe. John Morello's still here. A second ago. Noise, very noise. I wonder if I got that platinum pass thing. I know some markets, they got that platinum pass where, like, if you got to take time off, it doesn't lower your order count. I'd like to use that when I go up to Tennessee in August. And for anyone that doesn't know, so around middle August, I'm going to be taking a vacation. So I'm not going to be live streaming or anything like that during that time. I'm not going to be on YouTube at all. But I will have videos prepared ahead of time, and I'll have them scheduled to upload during that time while I'm away. That way it still gives you guys stuff to binge and enjoy, even when I'm not on, even when I'm not on YouTube for that time period. Oh, you can't read that one? That's the frog emoji, the sing me the song of your people. I was hoping that it would come out a little bigger, but I don't know. I think YouTube needs to make channel member emojis bigger. All right, because that's another one of the running jokes on our channel. Sing me the song of your people. Because of the frogs. Whenever I take Lucy out at night, you guys hear the frogs croaking. All right, we're almost there. Wow, yeah, we might not be on time. 7:20, the drop-off time 7:22. So I think we're going to be like a minute late. That kind of sucks. Hey, it took a little bit to get here, but that's okay. Let's see. John Morella says, that's a great idea, Mike. Just upload some videos during vacation. Yeah, pretty much. What I would wind up doing is filming them ahead of time. I don't know when exactly, but film them ahead of time and just have them out each day, or at least a couple times. I mean, I would preferably like to have at least one per day, because that's also me just making sure that YouTube doesn't leave me behind. Because you'd be surprised how unforgiving YouTube's algorithm can be. You'd be surprised. Towards that one area that I was heading towards Clayton. If you don't mind, though, I don't feel super comfortable giving away exactly where I'm at to the internet, because it's not you, so don't take it personal or anything. It's just you never know if someone's watching your channel and they listen to information like that, and then suddenly they go in your area and they have like very bad intentions, like they're trying to find you, and then it turns into like just it could be bad. I mean, I somewhat regret even giving away the market that I'm in, to be honest. I somewhat regret that. So I don't necessarily like giving away my precise location, because you never know, right? There are bad people on the internet. They might try to find you and hurt you, So I wouldn't necessarily want that to happen. And not only could they do that, they could also do that to the people that watch you too. And I'd hate for that to happen too, I'm sure you can understand. Okay, here we are. We just made it. Yeah, we are a minute late, but it's okay. At least we made it. Give me that information. Yeah, no problem. It's all good. Let's see. Oh, wait, is that 32 or 20? Oh, it's right here. Okay, got it. Okay, let me just drop this off, and I'll be right back, guys. All right, let's see if I can get that. Oh, sweet. Okay. Yeah, I'll show you guys what I was talking about. Let me just leave here real quick. So I hang around the house. It's kind of weird. There we go. But yeah, this order was pretty solid, man. In total, we spent 30 minutes working on it. It paid $11.68 for about 3.5 miles. So that's pretty solid. And I'll show you what I was saying. So, when we looked at that one screen in the door, excuse me. When we looked at that one screen in the DoorDash app, it said the offer pay was $4.98, right? Well, check it out. See the $4.98? That was the tip. I told you guys, right? So that amount that it shows you in the app, that's the customer tip. If it says $0, that means you're not getting a tip, at least not up front. But since it said $4.98, that means that's the tip that we got. And then they adjusted the base pay, $6.70. So you combine the two, and that's $11.68. And like I said too, I will make a short with this same information. That way it's easy to find for people. Because, I want my fellow Dashers, or anyone that's new to DoorDash and whatnot, to know this kind of stuff, right? This is me trying to help you guys out. Like, I just discovered it by accident. I touched the screen one day and I saw an order total number, and I was like, huh, it said like $3 or something like that. I was like, $3? Does that mean that the whole order's paying $3? Is that the current rate of the base pay, or is that the tip? So then I checked the pay stub for that order, and it said the same thing. I was like, oh, okay, so that's actually the customer tip. So that was pretty enlightening. I didn't even know that was a thing. And I've never heard any other DoorDashers mention that before. I've never heard any Dashers mention that you can figure out how much you're getting tipped for with that. More tips, more blessings. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, without the tip, it still would have paid $6.70 for 3.5 miles, which isn't that bad. But adding the tip on top of that just made it quite a bit better. So you figure $11.68 for 3.5 miles is a big difference. I've seen people approaching Eric in his stream. It's kind of weird. People are watching and spot you. Yeah, I'm not fully comfortable with that prospect, but you know, if it's like casual fans, I don't really mind, you know. I don't mind casual IRL fans watching. As long as it, you know, doesn't escalate or anything, which, you know. But you get what I'm saying. Not saying it will, not saying it has, or it's likely to, or anything like that. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Because as far as how I continue to, progress this channel, you know, that might change a little bit as well. I know I did say I want to start making pre-recorded content again. That is going to mean I don't live stream all the time, but I'll still definitely keep up some kind of consistent live stream schedule because I like hanging out with you guys, you know? But if I really want this channel to continue to take off, it's got to go above, you know? 45.63. Oh, is that for the day or just for the night? Because if we're just talking tonight, like the evening hours, 18.89. But if we're talking about the whole day, it's a little over $50. I'm a little over 50 for the whole day. Well, that's because I worked this morning. I didn't work the afternoon. I worked 2.5 hours this morning before I went to the gym. I needed to get a little work done in the morning before the gym. I'm glad I did today. In fact, that actually wound up being a better prospect than yesterday. In fact, actually, I'm at about the same total as yesterday right now. So it's kind of weird. The opposite happened. So yesterday, the morning was really, really slow, but the evening I got more orders. Today was kind of the opposite, where it was more orders in the morning and less in the evening. So it's kind of like the inverse. There was a random viewer on his channel. He was joking about being at the same parking lot as him. Cars facing him. Eric approached them. Oh, wow. I think I remember. Yeah, I think I remember what you're talking about. I do. No, I do remember. He was. Wasn't he waiting for Lee to get out of work that night? Viewer was only kidding around, but the car was parked actually. Yeah, I think that was it. He was waiting for Lee to get back from work. Or to get out of work, I meant to say. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I thought that was a little strange, too. At least the nature of that, I definitely thought that was a little strange. But yeah, I totally get that. And yeah, it's like, I'm really, you know what I'm doing too? I'm really thinking about the type of content I want to make, pre-recorded stuff, in relation to my name, right? Mike the Bike Dasher. You know, Mike dashes on a bike. So I thought about that when I first made the name. I thought to myself, you know, what is something that I can do that kind of like gives me a well-defined niche, but doesn't necessarily typecast me. You're at 45.63. I'm a little over $50, so 11.68 plus 31.45. That is 50.13. I'm at 50.13 for the night, Clayton. But that's not tonight. That included this morning. I don't know if you guys worked earlier today or not. That's just how much I'm at for the whole day. So this morning and tonight, $50.13. So not amazing. About the same as I made last night, but it's fine. I mean, it's a little better than the past several days before. I mean, Sunday I barely cracked $40. That's supposed to be my fun day, you know. But then again, I got rained in during the afternoon. That didn't exactly help my case. Okay. But yeah, what I used to do on my other channel is I essentially kept that. I basically had that Mike the Bike Dasher thing going on with my other channel too. I just didn't really think a lot about that in the moment. But basically what I did is I did the same like work vlog content where I would go out, I would do DoorDash, I would record it with my GoPro camera. I actually recorded it with my phone camera at the time until I had enough to put a down payment for a GoPro. And then I started using the GoPro for it. And I was combining a couple different things in the same video. So like if I just wanted to randomly go somewhere to get a snack or to pick up some groceries, or if I wanted to hit the gym, I combine all of those things in the same video. You know, it was kind of like, I look back and I'm like, I think to myself, wow, this is actually pretty cool. It's really the fact that it isn't one specific type of content, but it has a main running theme. Mike dashes on a bike. I really thought about that when I was making a second channel, which led to the creation of Mike the Bike Dasher, right? So I really thought about what can I do to, you know, maybe better categorize a niche, but not to typecast it. Because you figure Mike the Bike Dasher could mean anything. Mike dashes to blank, right? Mike dashes to the gym. Mike dashes to McDonald's to pick up a DoorDash order. Mike dashes to the store to do a grocery run. Or, you know, some other stuff like that, right? I think that makes a lot of sense. So it's like everything's coming full circle with what I want to do on the channel moving forward. Or, you know, more of the stuff I want to do on this channel. It's like things are really starting to come full circle again, where I had that you know, I had that proto concept of Mike the Bike Dasher on my previous channel, and then really want to capitalize on that now. You know, and I know most of you probably never been on my other channel, and I did unlist a lot of stuff for personal reasons, but you know, it'll definitely come full circle if I look at it that way. Hey, JK. Good to see you, buddy. You know the person you're talking about. His high decals on the back window, sides of the van. His channel logo and channel name on it. Yeah, at some point would be pretty neat. Make some cards, advertise my socials, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to working on those again. But you know, it's gonna be like a lot more refined and a lot more focused. Because you figure on my other channel, that was kind of like, it was definitely a lot of throwing darts at the idea board and seeing what sticks, but still having like those ideas. You know, like some of my first work vlogs on my other channel, like it wasn't even just go to the store, pick up an order, show the screen of what the order is, drop it off, show the pay stub, and then move on to the next one. It wasn't even just that. Like, I'd even make it like a borderline music video sometimes too. I would do time lapses. I would have royalty-free music playing. I would have me going to the gym and also turning it into like a music video in the video. You know, if that sounds crazy, I did it. I did it, and honestly, I'd love to try that kind of stuff again. Like, I know I haven't been making videos recently, mainly because watch time and the channel monetization, I've been really just like singularly focused on that with you guys. And I appreciate everyone that's helped me get there so far. You guys are heckin' dope. You really are, man. And the main reason why I took that approach was to stay focused. If I started letting my creative impulses veer me off, then it would take a lot longer to get monetized. It would take at least double the time, like, you know. But I figured my best approach is stay focused on the number one thing now. That way I get to that objective, and then we could take things from there, you know? I think that makes sense. Because at the end of the day, if you keep utilizing the same misguided strategies and you keep coming up short and yet you're expecting better results from it, you need to do something different. So my focus during that period, right, the reason why I took a break from making pre-recorded content at that time, one of the big things was to really like establish a foothold with the live streaming thing, which I think that you guys really seem to enjoy. I'm glad you have. And to really just focus on that watch time and subscriber growth in that time period as quickly as possible. You know? I think that makes a lot of sense. I mean, I've been transparent about this stuff too, so I think you guys know what I'm talking about. So I'll definitely, like I said, I'm not going to just suddenly stop live streaming, like suddenly make such a huge, hard pivot. Because you guys are also familiar with a lot of pre-recorded stuff I've done, you know? I want to try like make more of a happy balance where I do have some kind of live stream schedule to adhere to, and also really just come into my own even more with the pre-recorded content. In fact, I know it's something that people would enjoy on this channel. I mean, you guys have even seen some glimpses of it, you know? You guys have seen some glimpses of some of my creative impulses with that, you know, with those style of videos, even if it's just a basic topic of like, oh, DoorDash or whatever, you know? Hey, what's up, Roy? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, my buddy Roy, he's getting close to monetization as well. How many? What are your watch hours at, man? I'm at a little over 3,800. Mike Dash is into Area 51. But Mike Dash is too, right? That's something I've really thought about. Is if I want to title it specifically that. I've been thinking about that for days now, right? Because again, Mike the Bike Dasher. What does that mean? Is it just DoorDash? Is there a specific destination? Is there a specific reason? You know, it could mean anything. And my previous channel, when I used to make that kind of content, was like, I look back at it now and I'm like, wow, this is basically a precursor, right? This is basically a precursor to Mike the Bike Dasher. You know, when I started thinking about that, it blew my mind. I'm like, oh my God, I've been doing Mike the Bike Dasher before this channel even existed. It's like, holy crap, dude. It's crazy. In fact, where are we at here? 37:58. Oh, let's go. Yeah, Roy's almost there, man. That's heckin' dope. We're like neck and neck right now. It's like, I'll be curious to see which one of us gets monetized first. Like a little rivalry going on. It's like, I'm gonna win. Oh no, I'm gonna win. Or whatever. I don't know. I think that's cool. But I'm very happy for you, Roy, man. I know you've been busting your ass to get monetized, and I can only imagine how it feels to have gotten turned down twice. And then the third time, right? Third time's a charm. You know? But I'm happy it finally paid off for you, man. I really am. Hey, what's up, bud? How you doing? Good to see you. Clayton's at... Okay. Yeah, I saw that earlier, Clayton. You're at 45.63. Yeah, I don't know if you're behind on the stream right now, but I'm at $50 and... What did I say? 13 cents? $50.13. But I am heading back home right now. I haven't gotten a single offer yet, and it's almost 8 o'clock. It's already almost 8 o'clock. Nothing's happening. Hey, Salvador. How you doing? Sterling says, so what you're saying is just start making videos? Oh, I've been making videos, Sterling. I don't know if you've seen any of them or not. I've taken a break from making videos for almost 2 months, but that's mainly to just focus on the watch hours and get to that monetization goal. But I have made videos. You can check them out on the video tab on my channel. I have some playlists of them too. But what I was talking about is that I had an older channel, right? It was the channel before this one. I've gone through a few names with that one, but I'm just gonna identify it as my previous channel. And I used to make DoorDash content on that channel too. But the way I did it, what I was thinking of at the time, I wanted to make it different from how everyone else was making it. So I combined like different styles and genres into it, you know, like I would do DoorDash, but I would also take some time and go to the gym, like create like a gym montage type music video in the video. And I would also like show me running errands, going to the store, you name it, you know? So it wasn't like specifically DoorDash, even though it was like DoorDash heavy, it was DoorDash focused too, right? And it's like, again, like I see that as a precursor because I started making that kind of content like 2 years ago, right? It's been over 2 years now. And I kind of see that as like a precursor to Mike the Bike Dasher because it was literally me going around dashing on my bike. But what I was dashing for or where I was dashing to or why I was dashing, you know, it was for various reasons, right? And I managed to do it all in like the same video. And I know some people thought that was really cool because, I mean, how many, like, let's be honest, show of hands, how many people do you guys watch who make pre-recorded content do stuff like that, you know? How many fellow gig tubers do you guys watch who make pre-recorded content who combine like time lapses with music or gym montages or running to the store for errands and do DoorDash in the same video? You know, show of hands, how many of you guys have seen that kind of combination of stuff into one big form of content? You probably haven't, or you haven't seen it much. I was doing that on my other channel. And I thought it was cool. It was a blast. I loved doing it. It was fun. Because it was cool to just try something new. You know, it was cool to try something new and see whether or not I would like it, whether or not people would like it, see if it's something that I can build upon. And I felt like there were like a lot of really good ingredients by doing that. And I thought about for a while, like, what do I want to do from this point forward to build on that again? You know, I've actually been missing making videos again. Not gonna lie. As much as I enjoyed the streams and as awesome, as crucial as it's been for the watch hours and stuff, you know. But I really do like to make videos, and if you've been here long enough, you know that I minored in film production in college. I took 3 out of the 4 years in high school doing film production, and so, you know, I got that GoPro, and I just like trying new stuff and thinking, you know, like, you know, I think it's cool, other people enjoy it. I mean, if you look at one of the more recent videos from a couple months ago on this channel, like, I made a trailer, right? I made a trailer in the video that was kind of like hyping up the fact that I was going, you know, like I was gonna, like, there's this guy named Mike the Bike Dasher who, like, is just crazy enough to go tackle absolutely huge grocery orders, you know? And how does he do it? And then, like, pulls out the cargo trail, but, like, make it cinematic and get, like, the cinematic music and, you know, the presentation of how the screen looks and whatnot. I like doing that kind of stuff. I think it's freaking cool, man. And I know some people aren't crazy about it. They think like, oh, it's tedious, it's time consuming, it's boring. And don't get me wrong, it is time consuming. But, you know, when I did film production in high school and college, I just thought it was the coolest freaking thing ever. Other than e-bikes. E-bikes are the coolest thing ever. You know? And I was basically doing that stuff on my other channel. And I want to, like, you know, again, that was all like a big precursor to Mike the Bike Dasher when I look back at it, you know? I know I'm kind of rambling about it. I'm probably repeating myself too, but I think you guys get what I'm saying. Hey, Sonny, how you doing? Good to see you. But yeah, it's like, I really want to start working on that kind of stuff again. I really do, man. Because I was doing something unique. You know, that's the thing. I was doing something that was like unique, presentation-wise, style-wise. Now, of course, the character behind Mike the Bike Dasher, I know that's always the big thing that keeps you guys coming back. Like, if I was boring, or if I was, like, I don't know, not interesting, or if I didn't show appreciation for my audience in any way, shape, or form, you guys wouldn't stick around, and I wouldn't blame you, right? I wouldn't stick around. It's like, this Mike the Bike Dasher, what a jerk, am I right? Let's get out of here. So that kind of thing always comes front and center, you know? Oh yeah, I in high school, the last 3 years, right? Sophomore to senior year, I took film production in high school, and I even took 2 classes in senior year. And then when I went to college, I minored in film. So I did major in psychology, but I minored in film. I really wanted to take more film in college, but the campus was just so far away. And I kind of regret it now. I probably should have done it. But, you know, it's whatever, right? At the end of the day, that chapter of my life has come full circle again when I started my previous channel, right? My previous channel, the number one thing for quite some time was pre-recorded content. And that was when I was like fairly new to bike dashing, and I was trying out, I was trying to do something different about my bike dashing, you know? I look at the way that people do their bike dashing the way that people do their dashing content, and it's like, okay, well, this is neat, and I like the person doing it, but it's missing something, you know? It's missing artistic flair, and I wanted to try something different. this is back in mid 2023, so I was on my other channel still. I wanted to try something different. And so I took a crack at it. I had a track phone at the time. That's how I was filming the video. So a little rough around the edges, humble beginnings in that sense. But I was trying something different where I would have like some of my like preferences of music playing in the background. Like you guys know when I make the pre-recorded content, you hear that music in the background. I was doing something like that. I just didn't know exactly which music to play. So I was trying a bunch of different stuff. And then it kind of evolved to where I focused a lot on the music part, because I'm also a musician, right? I play the drums. I've been doing that my whole life, pretty much. I've even written music before. Not like I have a crazy ton of stuff like that under my belt, but still, right? I've been involved with writing music before, while also being a musician. And I wanted that to like be an important part of the content too. So I always like emphasize the music. And I was trying different stuff. I would do time lapses in the video where it's like me just going around town while making it like a sort of music video kind of. Or I would be in the gym, like I would take a break during my dash or in between my dashes to go to the gym, turn that into like a wild looking music video in the same video as me dashing. What a concept, right? This guy who's door dashing on a bike is then going to the gym, like music video. He's got like the lights and he's got the colors going on and the dynamic camera work. Like some of my older content on that channel too. I was also trying to find like creative places to put the camera on. So I kind of thought of the idea, if I'm like using a machine, that I could put the camera on the weight stack, angle it just right, and then it's like the camera is moving up and down with the weight. Like I could be doing bicep curls with a cable machine, and you see the weight just going up and down like that. And then I have like the added special effects where it's kind of like moving back and forth, forward and backwards, side to side. And then you got the colors going on while it's just blaring music. I don't know. I thought that was just really cool. And some people seem to really dig it too. But I just thought it was cool because I was trying something different, you know? I was thinking about the things I'm really drawn to and like to do and like to like hear and listen to, you know? And I was thinking about how I could add that to just basic door dashing content. You know what I mean? It's literally just me door dashing. And then deciding like, oh, well, let's go to the gym. Let's make a music video. Or while I'm out dashing, let's make time lapses. I even had a couple GoPro cameras before. I had like 3 of them at one point. And I was like, all right, well, I can put one camera on my cargo trailer. I can mount one to my vest. And then I could put one on the selfie stick that's in front of the bike. And then just have like a bunch of different angles, right? I mean, I wasn't even thinking much about the Insta360 camera at the time, which I really want to get one someday. But I was trying to like kind of fill in the gaps a little bit. So that's what I was doing, right? I was doing that as well. And then I was thinking about any kind of added visual stuff to add to the screen, create some trademark looking stuff to add to the screen too. Always make the music important. And then some videos, I remember when I used to do Walmart Spark, I made this 3-day series of videos on my other channel. And it was a bonus incentive that would last those 3 days. And it was like X amount of orders for X amount of dollars. I forgot exactly how much it was. But essentially I thought to myself, all right, I'll make a trilogy of videos. And what I'll do is I'll do like a coming up, and then I'll do like a fast track recap of some of the main things you can expect from the video, and then the video plays, but I styled it like a movie trailer kind of thing, you know, or like how those TV series do it. And then I would do like coming up next video at the end of the first video, and then gives you little glimpses of what you can expect. And I made them back to back, so it like kind of generate excitement, get people really interested in that, right? And then when the next video would drop, it was like previously on, and then it would do like a small recap, trailer style, the cinematic music, and then the next video would play, and then it would do the same thing for the final installment, and then just kind of like wrap a bow on the trilogy. I mean, you'd be surprised how many different things I tried out on that other channel, you know? And I really enjoyed doing that. You know, I really did. I know I got burnt out of that channel, which is why that was a big thing that led to me moving here. But there's other reasons behind that. But I really did like a lot of that stuff I was doing, you know? And I would definitely like to do more of that again, you know? Now, obviously... Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I forgot to turn Grubhub off. Oops. But I want to start doing more of that again, you know? Because I know there's an audience for that kind of thing. There was an audience back then for that. One of the videos got like over 400 views, which at my channel at the time was like 200 something subscribers. So people definitely were curious, at least. Plus, I think I've done a pretty good job with my thumbnail game. Still working out the titles, though. Salvador says I play piano, but that was back in the day. Yeah, fair enough. I think there's still an audience for it. Yeah, you know what it is, man? It's like people don't mind watching similar genres of stuff that they're used to, but they want something different, I guess, you know? And I think that's just what I really enjoyed most about how I made those videos back then, was even if it was a familiar genre, it was still something different, you know? It was still something different. Like, that's one thing I'll respect about books or movies, is if they can take familiar source material but still make it different and stand out. And I really want to hone in on that kind of thing again. You know, I really do. Hell, you guys seem to really enjoy the videos I've made thus far because it's something different, right? We work against algorithms keeping people in their own echo chambers. Yeah, you're not wrong about that one. You're not wrong about that one. That is true. But, you know, I know a lot of you guys that have seen pre-recorded content on this channel seem to really enjoy it, you know? And I'm sure that you guys could even vouch for the fact that there's at least some things I'm doing in those videos that are maybe different or maybe not so common compared to how it's typically done, you know? Like, you figure the whole DoorDash thing is pretty conventional, let's be honest. It's pretty conventional. It's basically, my name is so-and-so, I'm in this market, I do blank and blank, yada, yada, yada. Here's an order, let's go get it. And then you repeat until you end the video. You know, it's a pretty conventional video structure. I like when people add like their own style or artistic flair, you know? That seems to be something you guys enjoyed, other than just like, you know, is the video on its own merit enjoyable? Because obviously that matters too. Like, you can polish a turd, but it's still a turd, right? You can put lipstick on a pig, still a pig. So obviously, you know, the contents itself have to be, you know, up to the standard that people are looking for, right? People want to be entertained. They want something to enjoy. So, you know, that was always first and foremost too, you know? But it's a turd that was polished. Yeah, that is true. But then again, a turd's a turd, right? But yeah, check out my pre-recorded content sometime, Sterling, if you have yet to do so. I think you'll definitely find some stuff to enjoy about it. Now, believe it or not, the content is actually a little less showy, I guess, a little less showy than some of the stuff I've done on my other channel. But you can still see a good amount of what I'm talking about even through that. You know? But yeah, like maybe, I don't know, sometime maybe I'll share like some of my older videos and you guys will know what I'm saying. Like you guys will have a better idea what I'm saying. Where like some of the stuff I was doing was pretty wild, but I just liked the fact I was trying something different, you know, while still doing my best to make sure it's something that I would want to watch, you know. I want to watch something entertaining, something that can hold my attention, something I'm actually interested in and makes me look forward to seeing more of it. So if I don't even like my own content, why the hell would anyone else, you know? So it would always be making sure that it's something people would enjoy overall. Lizzie. Hi, sweetie. Hey, Mary. Good to see you. You are wild. We love your mind. Hey, appreciate that. Yeah, man. You guys ain't seen nothing yet. But yeah, I just really enjoyed trying new stuff. But, you know, the big difference between my audience back then versus now is, like, the return viewership is absolutely huge. I mean, we get, like, 500, 600 plus returning viewers a month. And that number's actually been going up. And then the unique viewers is still quite respectable, too. I didn't really have those kind of metrics, even though I was doing better views-wise, I guess, right? But it's different because, you know, we have like more of a partnership about like, oh, hey, Mike, I really enjoy this kind of stuff. Or like, oh, hey, you know, this is something I'd like to see. Maybe you could try it out or whatever, right? You are well loved here, Mike the Bike Dasher. Yeah, that's awesome, man. You know, I really appreciate you guys. You know, pretty awesome community I found myself in. Sterling says creators go through a lot. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Let me tell you. Yeah, it's quite a roller coaster on my other channel, but I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, I really did enjoy that kind of stuff. And I'm definitely gonna... I definitely really want to hone in on that stuff again. Even more so now. Because the thing too, right, is that I was trying all kinds of stuff. Even before I had my GoPro. Even before I had my GoPro, I was using a goddamn track phone to record videos. I was using a goddamn track phone. And I was still coming up with stuff, you know? That's the thing too. It's like, when it comes to like creativity and imagination, I do think it's important to have some kind of foundation for that intrinsically. And then being able to build upon those ideas and manifest new ideas with essential upgrades over time. But it really does start with you, you know? Like imagination, creativity really does start with you, and it starts with the people you've interacted with, the friends you've made, the people that bring out those creative impulses in you. You know, like Uncle Vinny when I was growing up, for example. I mean, he used to do like the role playing with me with my action figures and the stuffed animals I had, the Lego sets I built. And like, we would literally like storyboard comics, and we'd have like very small novelizations about like storylines and like what each character would be. And when he had like one of those ancient cameras, we would literally film the stuff too, you know? like, I think, you know, I always look back in my life, and he was one of those guys to really bring like my creative impulses out, and it stuck with me ever since, you know. And you know, me wanting to make even more pre-recorded content again, even if it's mainly just DoorDash, right? Yeah, I think you guys have seen so far. Doesn't even matter if it's just DoorDash. Come here, Lucy. Let's see, what a cool uncle. Yeah, he was cool, man. I mean, he had his demons, but it was really more about himself and how events in his life affected himself. Rest in peace, Vinny. But he was a really cool guy, and it was always a pleasure doing that stuff with him, man. You know, I remember I'd be up in, you know, I would go up to Amityville on the weekends to hang out for like the day, sleep over in his apartment. He would always boil a box of Velveeta shells and cheese, or heat up one of those older Chef Boyardee cans in the microwave for me. I'd be watching like He-Man and just all kinds of those other cartoons on the TV. He'd be dozing off on the couch. Now I know why he was dozing off, but he'd be doing that. But then when he would get up hours later, you know, he'd take me to the park, or I would have some of my action figures of dolls with me, or we'd also go to this one card shop. It was a Japanese card shop. They sold like nothing but Japanese cards there, and I used to love getting the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I didn't know how to play any of it, but they were shiny and they looked cool. So he'd always get me a pack of cards at the very least, you know, and we would walk there, right? That's how close it was. You know, up in that part of Amityville, man, everything was within walking distance. We'd go to the Stop and Shop just to go get the Velveeta shells and cheese, whatever else that we were gonna get from the store. You know, he was a great dude. Let's see, Sally's live. Oh, cool, man. Praising you on her channel. Oh yeah, yeah, she popped in earlier. I wished her a happy birthday. As I did remember, I wrote in my Google Docs, and I was telling people to say happy birthday to her. So if you guys don't know, Sally D, she's here sometimes too, right? So today's her birthday, so definitely go wish her a happy birthday. Hey Yvonne, how you doing? Good to see you. Sonny says, started my track phone too. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. You are a fun guy to hang out with, Mike. Glad others think the same way I do. Keep watching you. Hey, I appreciate that, guys. That's awesome. You know, we got awesome plans for the future with this channel. I hope you guys want to stick around with me. It's definitely been a blast getting to this. I think we're officially at 1,000 now, right? I think we're officially now at 1,000 subs. We had to wait for the number to stick because it dropped back down to 999. It's like, and then it went up to 1,003. And then last I checked, the thing was at 1,002. So I think we're officially at 1,000 now. Okay, yeah, I think we are. So now we're back up to 1,003. That's freaking awesome, dude. That's literally the first time in my life that's ever happened. I mean, having any kind of monetization at all, this is the first time that's ever happened too. It's been quite a ride, man. Quite a ride, and I'm really glad you guys took the ride with me so far. Let's see. We like the new language we're learning too. Yeah, a lot. You know, the funny thing is, man, a lot of that language goes pretty far back. I mean, I was saying the whole heckin' thing since at least 2020. And I was saying noise when I was working at Target over 5 years ago. And I was saying the whole raisins and things and stuff since I was working there too. All right, come on over this way, baby. Let's go back. I was saying the whole raisins and things and stuff when I used to work there, because one of my coworkers was asking me why something happened. I forgot what it was, but we were in the dairy cooler and she was asking me about something, and I was like, reasons. And she said, raisins? I'm like, yes, raisins. I said reasons, but she thought I said raisins. So I just went with raisins. And then it just turned into a running joke where someone would ask me why for something. And then I'd be like, because raisins. And then over time, I just added the end things and stuff. So that's over a half a decade of history right there. And then a couple of years ago, I started combining heckin' and then started saying things were dope. So then I started saying heckin' dope, which apparently is in the Urban Dictionary, but I've never heard anyone else use that phrase. And I was saying henwo as I was combining henlo, like the dog memes. You know those dog memes where they're like henlo, and then I was like, I could probably make that even funnier. So I said henwo, added the W instead of the L. I said henwo. And instead of saying friends, like F-R-E-N, friends, it's like fwens. Like, instead of henlo friends, I would say henwo friends. Because I thought it was funnier. I thought it was cuter, right? Apparently that's also in the Urban Dictionary. I had no clue. But come on, you've never heard anyone else say that. So, yeah. Like I said, man, a lot of history with a lot of these catchphrases you guys have heard over the years. And it's cool that you guys are in on it too. Hell, I'm not even around half the time, and I'm hearing people say the stuff. Like the other day, Nicole was telling me that she told her husband that I digress, and it was off camera. I'm like, wow, okay. Like, that's cool. And then I'm hearing people say noise. It's cool, man. It's great. Reason sounds like raisins. Yeah. Yes, you're unique, Mike. Hey, that's cool, man. I'm glad you guys are in on this. These stupid phrases and expressions. It means a lot, right, Lucille? You got me thinking I'm always digressing. That's funny. But yeah, man, I'd say overall it's been a good day. I hope you guys have had a good day too. I mean, we wound up making about the same amount of money as yesterday, which actually isn't that bad because we made more of that earlier before the gym. So I felt like I was in a better mood earlier. I also slept better last night, so I had more energy. So my back training at the gym today actually went really good. Like that same weight that I was using for the Penlay rows that I was doing sets of 8 with last week. I actually did sets of 12 and they felt easier. They felt quite a bit easier, actually. I probably could have done like sets of 15 each, probably. Miss Wigglebutt. Lucy. Miss Dorito ears. Those little Dorito ears. When I met the kittens at my mom and brother's place the other day when I was hanging out with them, I'm not even kidding, man. Those cats, their ears are bigger than Lucy's. And they're tiny little kittens, like they're very small. They're so small that you can drag them around with a shoestring.
Like that's how small they are. They have bigger ears than Lucy. Like I don't know, it's just me, but I think a part of what makes Lucy so cute is like she's got these comical proportions. Like she's got a big head and a giant snout, and then she's got those super tiny little ears and all those wrinkles on her forehead. You know? Like look at all those wrinkles. And then of course that curly fry tail and the wiggly butt, like you guys point out. Yeah, those ears are so small. Like they're probably the length of half my thumb. Right? I think that's how long Lucy's ears are. They're like half the length of my thumb. Poor baby. It's funny too, man, because she can hear a pin drop across the street. Like she's got a very acute sense of hearing. Emphasis on cute, because she's so gosh darn cute, right? But she's got incredible hearing. I don't know how she does it with those tiny little ears. But she hears everything, man. Like they could have construction or the lawn guy outside, and she'll hear a pin drop amidst all the noise. She's also a really good guard dog. Like she'll get up in the middle of the night if she hears something suspicious, and she'll be the only person to hear it. You know, that's the thing. She'll be the only one to hear it. My daughter's taking care of some 2-day-old Rottweiler puppies. The ears are probably bigger than Lucy's. Man, that's funny. Yeah, her ears are so small, man. And one of her friends, his name's Choppy. One of his ears like always sticks up, and the other one's always down. And he's like a third of the size of Lucy. He's got bigger ears than her. Actually, his ears are like twice as big, even though he's like only a third of the size of Lucy. He's got similar features to him too. Like his coat is the same color as Lucy's, and he's got that curly tail too. Yeah, I think we officially hit the 1K, Mary. We dropped down to $9.99 this morning, but then it went back up to 1,003, and then it went to 1,002, and now it's back up to 1,003. So I think that means we officially did it. So that's freaking awesome, dude. And watch hours wise, we're not far behind either, man. We're at 3,808. I mean, we can get there by like Monday, right? I think we can get there by Monday. That's the goal anyway. You figure that's June 30th. Like, how ceremonious would that be? Where you figure last month we got the 3K monetization on the last day of the month, right? We do that again? That's crazy. I think we can do it. Yvonne says, you got this, Mike. Sonny says, that's great. Heck yeah, man. It is. They have, man. Because what good channel if people don't want to watch it, if people don't want to tune in the long run, you know what I mean? Good night, Lucille. Unky loves you. We love you very much, sweetie. Okay. But yeah, it's awesome, dude. Like I still gotta process everything. That's how like surreal this whole thing's been for me. But all I know is I'm just really, really excited for the future, dude. I really am. This is like legitimately, I'm no hyperbole too. This is one of the first times in my adult life that I've ever looked forward to something. You know? And yeah, it's something else, man. It really is. But it's awesome. You know, it's awesome. I don't know what else to say. Goes a view, I have 91 subs, over 100 watch hours. First one to give me encouragement. Hey, that's awesome, Yvonne. I'm really glad to hear that. I really am, man. You know, what goes around comes around. If love's going around, it's coming right back around, baby. I've been saying that since day one. You guys know that. I've been saying that since day one on this channel. And hey, it's not just a saying. It's a freaking reality, dude. It's awesome. And let's see, we got a bunch of that corntastic emoji. Yeah, that's a heckin' corntastic emoji about a heckin' corntastic thing that's happening. That's awesome. Going to say you couldn't have picked two better major and minors for YouTube. Huh. You know, you're not wrong about that one. You know, I used to. There was a time in my life where I thought like me going to college wouldn't have really amounted to anything, and that actually turned out to not be true. Turns out the things I went to college for have actually led to something. Maybe not quite the way I was expecting at first, you know. But, you know, sometimes life is like that, I guess. I don't know. But hey, I'm not complaining. It's pretty heckin' dope, I would say. But yeah, we are back home. I'm starting to sweat up a storm. So I'm going to go inside, take a steaming hot bath, and pass out. I'll pop into some streams if people are live right now. If Sally's still live, I'll pop in. You know, film production, video, psychology for trolls. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Heck yeah, man. But yeah, I appreciate everyone that popped in today and hung out with me. You guys are heckin' dope. And if you guys enjoyed the stream, just hit that like button. It's the one that's shaped like a thumb. You could also double tap that screen, the screeny weenie. And subscribe to the channel. Ring that Taco Bell in case so you get notified next time I upload. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of the stream and what you'd like to see next. Consider getting a channel membership with us if you have yet to do so. It's only 99 cents. It gives you exclusive benefits, including but not limited to the corniest emojis on the internet. And I do have some members-only content coming out in the near future, so be on the lookout for that. You can also follow me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I'm active on those platforms too. And if you're looking for other interesting things and stuff, links in the description box down below. On that note, I will be back out tomorrow afternoon, 12 p.m. Eastern. If you guys want to hit the gym with me, I'll be working a little bit before then. Just try to make a few bucks. But yeah, if you guys want to hit the gym with me, 12 p.m. tomorrow Eastern. And I'll be back out tomorrow evening, see if we get some more work under our belt as well. And on that note, love you guys. Appreciate you continuing supporting my channel. Really appreciate everyone that's helped me get to 1,000 freaking subscribers and almost to 4K watch hours. That is freaking awesome, dude. I love you guys. Appreciate you continuing support of my channel. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.